of the biggest fears that I've noticed that haunts a lot of people is the idea that they can be canceled or that they will lose friends over their beliefs. And I've noticed that a lot of people, a lot of people tend to shy away and keep their honest, true opinions to themselves for the fear of the consequences of being judged by the outside world. Now, whether you agree that this is right or that this is the way that it should be, that's the way that it is. Now, I want to have a conversation about why I think that people need to understand that if you lose friends because of your opinions, they just weren't your friends in the first place. And it's okay. You have to learn how to be okay with that. Because one of the biggest things that specifically as a person, the biggest things you can learn to do is learn how to think independently and learn how to separate your mind from the group think, the herd think, the sheep, and whatever else you want to call it, the hive mind. You have to learn how to separate yourself from that hive mind. And that is the way that you get free from the matrix. Because you realize that a lot of these people that call themselves being woke are really they just changed computers. They're still in the matrix, but they just changed operating systems. And like, we just have to be real about that. I've lost friends over things that I've shared, my opinions my different takes on that. And guess what? It used to bother me. But do you know what I've learned? A lot of those people, they're not worth keeping around. Because if someone can disown you, if someone can disown you because you voted for Donald Trump, then they were never your friend. If they could disown you because of who you vote for or what policies you don't stand for, they weren't your friend in the first place. But my problem is that we're supposed to, in an ideal world, be able to share and express our opinions. But most people, out of the fear that they will be canceled or that they'll lose their friends, they'll be disowned, they don't speak their mind or speak how they really feel. But when somebody does speak their mind and say what they really feel and go against the grain, those people, they'll quietly support. They might send a DM or say like, hey man, I see what you're saying. And that's just what it is. But you have to learn how to be so confident in what you believe in, to do your due diligence and form and structure your beliefs and your core, your principles, the inside, what you stand for. And you cannot let that be broken or shaken by the outside world or the people that you think got love for you. Because if you change for them, not only are you not being real with yourself, they'll still find a reason. They'll still find a reason to fall out with you or cut you off. You'll spend the rest of your life chasing around, trying to please them, and they will still never be happy. A friend lost over beliefs that are rooted in good faith and righteousness. We're not talking about things that are like egregious or that cause harm to people. If you believe something and you believe that it's right and that it's true, that is right and that is true, that it doesn't harm humanity, and your so-called friends want to cancel you for that, well then tell them to kick the French toast rocks. Tell them to kick rocks. Because let's just be honest, you're better off without them. I always say Noah's Ark was not meant for everyone. Everybody cannot go where you're trying to go. You have to be focused on your vision, tunnel vision. You cannot be worried about people that aren't trying to come along. If you know that you're going in the right direction, you're trying to break free from something, whether it be generational curses, whether it be your environment, your culture, whatever it may be, if you're trying to forge a better path, and the people that you love, they hate you and they shame you for it, forget them. Forget them. If you're pro-life and you lose friends because they believe in abortion, or because they believe in deleting babies, then guess what? They weren't really your friend. You don't need them. If you're black and your family and friends are mad at you, or they judge you because you don't hate white people as much as they do, forget them. Because you're not as racist as them. They dislike you or they look down on you. Forget them. They're not for you. Just because somebody is your family does not make them for you. I really had to learn to deal with that, because I don't approach situations in bad faith. I don't get into debates with people in bad faith. I might want to win the debate, but I don't approach it in bad faith. So if you're judging me, if you're judging, then that means that you feel how you feel. Because I'm not gonna back down on what I feel. Because I don't feel things. That's the problem. I don't feel things. I experience emotion, of course, because there's people that'll be like, what you mean you don't feel things? No, I mean, I don't say what I feel like. I feel like, no, I go off of my logic and how I process information. That is what I make my decisions based off of. If I don't get my principles from some book, you know what I mean? I don't know. I believe in what I believe in. I believe what I believe will make society better while also helping individual people. That's what I believe in. If my solution or my path to that outcome, if that's what makes you not want to associate or not want to deal with, or that gets me cut off, then snip, mother. A lot of people don't know how to stand on a square. Don't really know how to stand for anything, if we just be honest, let alone a square. You change up depending on who you around. Your beliefs change up. It's a lot of people I'd be cool with, and I just be listening to them talking. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. Because I know I changed. My mentality has changed a lot. A lot. My mentality has changed a lot. And there's no way that I'm ever going back to thinking certain ways. I'm never going back to thinking that all white people are out to get me. I'm never going back to thinking that just because I'm black, I have to celebrate or champion everybody that's black. I'm not going back to thinking that the things that black people celebrate in the modern blacks are celebrating are the things that are the best for them, universally. There's certain things I'm not gonna back down on. I do think that creating baby. I do think that creating babies out of wedlock is bad for the community and bad for the kid. I think that nuclear families are more productive for society. Those things are not going to change just because of how you feel. It's just exhausting, man, because people will literally try to force their beliefs onto you. They will try to force their beliefs onto you. I'm just not with it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be in. And if that means that I got to lose friends over that, that's okay. I made my peace with it. Because even just to do things like to get on here and to really speak your mind, because there's a lot of people that speak, but they won't put their face out here. You know what I mean? Like, I've made my peace with it. The goal is bigger than the person. The mission is bigger than the person. Y'all so busy getting caught up with all this fake wokety woke stuff. I'm never gonna be woke. I'm never gonna be with that pro-black stuff. I'm not pro-black. I'm sorry. I don't hate black people, but I'm not pro-black. I'm pro-good people. I'm pro-good character. And if that makes me a coon, I'm okay with that. I'll wear it like a badge of honor. Shout out to Cersei. I'm never gonna apologize for my beliefs ever again. Ever. And I don't believe you should either. Because if you take the time to formulate principles and your own principles, or if you're willing to align with people that believe the same thing, they're not gonna make you feel bad about having good principles. You're never gonna agree with everybody for everything, but people that are really for you are never going to bring you down for becoming a better version of yourself. But misery loves company, right? I talk about the black culture being trash. I think 70% of the things that black culture stands for is trash. You think that it don't get you judged? Especially when you say it in public. I don't hyper-identify as a black man. I identify as just a guy that's black. Yeah, I'm black, but some of y'all, that is your identity. The first thing you are is black. That's not me. I'm a person. I just happen to be black. That doesn't define me. It doesn't define me. Noah's Ark was not for everybody. And if you are trying to get to a new level and elevating your life, or you have principles or values that you want to stand for when it comes to raising your kids, when it comes to how you want to conduct your family, when it comes to how you handle business, any of that stuff, you don't have to apologize to any of that for nobody, because can't nobody, they not gonna be there to pick you up when you fall. You have to stand for your own thing, because they'll be the ones trying to tear you down. The minute that they don't like what you stand for, they'll try to tear you down. That's just the real deal, man. That is real. That is real. If your friends will cut you off because of who you voted for, or because of politicians you support, cut them off. Cut them off. Only thing I say is don't feel bad about it. And if you do feel bad about it, just understand that you got to get over it. You got to get over it, because it's just the way it is. the road of having principles and standing for something, I'm learning that it's not for the weak of hearted. So if you're gonna do it, you literally have to be ready to take your licks. You have to be ready to take your licks. It's not gonna be peaches and rainbows and yellow brick roads. That's what makes it more satisfying. I don't have any regrets for standing for things that I believe in, whether I lose friends or not. I'm over that phase because it's bigger than me. Because I have to be held accountable for the legacy that I leave behind when I'm no longer here. I have to be responsible for that legacy. What I stand for is what my future kids will see. What I stand for is what the generations that come after me, the people that look up to us, we are accountable for the legacy that we leave behind. And if I have to lose friends over that legacy, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. If you have to lose friends over standing for your values and your principles or knowing your worth, then it just has to be the way it is. If it was meant for everybody, then everybody would be there. If Noah's Ark was meant for everybody, then there would be no flood. Noah's Ark is not for everybody.